How do you make consistent gains in life, fitness, nutrition, and really everything that moves you from swimming upstream to actually living at a higher level? Stand by.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Lift off and the clock has started.
Yes, indeedio, good day to each and every one of you bright, shining souls, wherever you may be across the globe, and welcome to balanceFIT Radio. We got conversations here on strength, meaning, and the human experience. I'm your host, Scott Schroeder, and this voice will never be AI generated. You can't reproduce this. It's always me here, y'all, imperfect and made of human DNA. And this is a small slice of the communication landscape where fitness meets psychology, philosophy, and real life, because true wellness, well, it's about more than just the body, isn't it? It's about balance. Let's get into it. Today we're talking about ruts and routines, and no one wants to be stuck in a rut. I think we can all agree on that. But say the word routine out loud and watch what happens. Some people recoil in horror, like you just suggested they join a monastery, eat plain oatmeal forever, and surrender their ever-loving soul to beige. And I suspect the people who react that way largely fall into two groups. We got group one. These are your codependent saboteurs. You know the type. These are the folks who will offer you a cigarette when they know you're trying to quit smoking. Come on, man. Just hit this heater. You know you want to. I don't know why I went redneck. I think it's my default. And these are also the people who will bring you donuts when you're cutting sugar. They bring you cookies and say stuff like, but you love cookies. You love them. Why would you deprive yourself? Just have some. These people are not evil, most of them anyway. They're just uncomfortable because when you try to improve your life, it reminds them that they aren't trying to improve theirs. And that's just uncomfortable for them. Misery loves company, after all, and it surely hates watching someone leave the party. Then you got group two, and don't we just love group two? This is the whimsy crowd. This is the wherever the wind takes me crowd. Now listen, I am not anti-whimsy. We need whimsy. By the way, I hate that word. But life without whimsy is bleak, right? But let's be very, very clear here. The Disneyfication of adulthood has gotten just a little bit out of hand. We need a few more adults with a little less whimsy on the street and a little more balance and common sense, a little more grounding in the real world. Now, the real life value is in balance. There's that word again. Funny, isn't it? And there's tremendous value in being flexible without being capricious. In the Marine Corps, we said semper gumby. That means always flexible. You've probably heard Semper Fi, but I don't know if you've ever heard Semper Gumby unless you're on the inside there. By the way, if you're under a certain age, go ahead and look Gumby up and it'll make sense. Gumby. Mike Tyson said, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. Same idea. Be adaptable, but don't get pushed around by life. Now, the big idea here is to create a routine that removes mindless decisions from your day, but develop the mindset to adapt when life inevitably punches you in the face. Because the universe doesn't happen to you. It just happens. You're not in charge of the universe, but you are in charge of how prepared you are when it shows up. So let's talk about rut versus routine. We need to separate these two words because people confuse them constantly. Rut. Rut. You ever notice how the sound of some words just gives punch to the meaning? Rut. Can't be anything good behind that, can there? A rut is a trench, a groove, a furrow you get stuck in. It's difficult to escape and it requires tremendous effort to get out. Nothing good happens in a rut. Now, figuratively, a rut is thoughtless behavior that stunts growth. And if you want a modern example of peak rut behavior, look around. Every pause in life, every tenth of a second, blink of an eye pause in life, what happens? Out comes the phone. My God, we cannot stand to just breathe and look around for a second, can we? Out comes that stupid phone, thumb scrolling, counterfeit dopamine, counterfeit cortisol, and life comes crashing out. We've normalized robotic behavior, and it should not be normal. It is not okay. Now, how about routine? A routine is calm. A routine is repeatable, efficient, time-saving. A routine is intentional order. A rut is unintentional chaos. One creates freedom, the other destroys it. So how do ruts begin? Ruts start with disorganization. No planning, no forethought, no looking after future you. Devolve into chaos, unfold into stress, get swamped by being overwhelmed, and then you surrender. And this starts early in life. That's why parents try to teach their kids routines with their little daily mechanisms, the things that they do every day. Pick up your toys when you're done playing. Pick up your toys and put them in the chest. Get used to doing this. Do it every single time. You don't have to think about it. Wash your hands. Wash your hands when you get up in the morning. Wash your hands before you eat. Wash your hands after you do something gross. Wash your hands when you come in from where you're touching nasty things. Make it a routine so that you don't have to think about it and you don't forget about it. If it just becomes the background operating system, you don't have to think about it and you don't have to worry about forgetting about it. It's just something that's part of you. It's no longer something you do. It just is. The routine that good parents try to instill in their children is first and foremost for creating strong adults. We're not trying to ruin childhood here. We're building foundations for adulthood because kids, well, magically they grow into adults, and adults without structure become overwhelmed humans living in chaos. That is a rut. And you know how God or the universe or whatever has a sense of humor? The ultimate test is freedom. Get a little freedom, put your seatbelts on, grab some popcorn, and sit back and watch. Because most of us crash out when we first get freedom. College, first apartment, first job, no structure, no guardrails. Oh my God, no parents. They were right. Holy crap, this is really hard. Freedom is the ultimate test of self-control, and basically everyone fails that test. A lot. For a long time. But that's okay. Early failure is actually good. Early failure builds resilience. But ignoring the lessons of failure, that leads to years of frustration. And once again, that is a rut. Now here's the good news. Always good news, right? You can get out. And the starting point is shockingly simple. Declutter your brain space. Let me ask you something. Wallet, watch, phone, keys, iPad, earbuds, water bottle, whatever, glasses. Could you find them right now without thinking? Do you have to paw your way around the house looking for things? Where are my keys? Oh my God, I'm going to the gym. Where did I leave my water bottle? I don't know. If you can't find these things without thinking, if you don't have them in a place, if you don't have a routine for this, you're wasting irreplaceable time and mental bandwidth every single day. You are spending brain energy on problems that simply should not exist. Organize the minutia. Create routines for the tiny things. Put things in the same place. Fold your clothes, do your dishes, prep tomorrow, tonight. Get ahead of the game. Take care of future you, as you say. Do these with routines. Why? So your brain can stop wasting energy on trivial nonsense and start focusing on meaningful pursuits. Routine clears the runway for purpose. Start with one thing, do it better, repeat it until it becomes automatic, then move on to the next thing. We've talked about that before. Remember, building a self-engendering machine of perpetual effectiveness and resolve? There you go. You are building a routine of positive actions when you do this that allows you to take on bigger responsibilities without being overwhelmed. Routine builds capability. Capability builds confidence. Confidence builds momentum, and momentum builds freedom. What are the real life applications? What about fitness? I mean, this is balanceFIT after all, right? You're probably here to learn a little something about that. How about skipping workouts? Are you skipping workouts because of mismanaged time? Oh, I wanted to go to the gym, but I couldn't make time. You ever heard that one? By the way, you can't make time. You can organize your time. It's also, you can't multitask. You can't do it. You cannot multitask and be as efficient in each thing that you're doing. You can switch tasks and you can layer tasks, but something's going to fail. Anyway, little tangent there. You know, this whole thing about skipping work, you know, it's the surrender thing. It's like, I'm bogged down. There's traffic, there's work. I've got to return 37 emails, blah, 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 and on and on and on. And before you know it, it slips away. There it's gone. You're like, shucks, I don't have enough time to get my regular workout in, so I'm not doing anything. I quit and I sit on the couch and eat ice cream. This is because you don't have a routine. How about, like I said, leaving the house? Does it take you forever to get out of the house? Looking for all these things that you need? When it comes to the gym, create a go bag. Create a go bag made just for the gym that's got, extra socks and your gloves. If you work out with gloves, it's got your, whatever it is in it, water bottle, whatever you need, your padlock, whatever for your locker, whatever you need. Make a go bag so you just snatch it up and go. You don't need to gather all your things every time you go to the gym. And here's a good one too. Do you get derailed when the gym is crowded? Like you couldn't make it in at 1 o'clock because maybe you have a normal job, whatever normal is these days. So you had to go at 5:30, and everyone on earth is in the gym at 5:30, right? Well, you go in and let's say you're doing, it's chest day. It's chest and tries, whatever. All the Smith machines are taken up, and all the chest press machines are taken up, and all the cable fly machines are taken up. And what the heck are you supposed to do? There's some dumbbells, but you're not really feeling like you're getting your best workout with dumbbells, even though you can. So you look around, and you don't have a plan B or a plan C. So you give up. You're like, I'm out of here. Or you do something that's not as effective. This all comes back to making a plan, creating a routine for yourself. And what about nutrition? Meal plans. No one wants to hear it. No one wants to hear. Plan out your meals for the week, the month, the year. No one wants to hear that because there we go. We're losing that whimsy and we're getting into the whole, you just want me to plan out every second of my day. Nope. Make a meal plan. You need to get to this space. Food is fuel. There are very few of us out there who are gourmet chefs who really enjoy the art of cooking. Most of us just need the nutrients in our body. And really, when you're honest with yourself, you're going to want to do this with as little friction and as little effort as possible. Make yourself a meal plan. On top of that, make a meal plan that basically has you eating the same things every single day. It's not going to kill you. You can plan a great meal. And I'll do an episode of my meal plan later, because basically about 20 to 40 days a year, I eat basically the same things every single day, and I love it. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I don't need to have some experience when I'm eating. I just need the nutrients in me, and I need to move on with my day. So if that's kind of like your wavelength, we'll talk about that soon. So you don't have a plan. And that leaves you, everybody's had this conversation, right? What do you want to eat? I don't know. What do you want to eat? I don't know. Do you want Chinese? No, we had Chinese. Do you want the pizza? Do you want poke bowl? I don't know. What do you want? I don't know. Screw it. Let's just sit here and eat ice cream. I don't feel like leaving anyway. Or the hell with it. Let's order pizza. Or your DoorDash. And then, not only are you getting crap food, but you're getting it cold. And probably not what you ordered anyway. And who knows what happened to that food on the way. Don't trust that service. Not that service in particular. I don't like the concept of it. So create routines for daily life. Create an evening routine, a morning routine that includes things like no screens at bedtime, no screens at wake time. Go outside, get some sun in your eyes. Do the whole thing and go back to that meal plan. You know what you're going to do. You got breakfast and coffee and whatever lined up. So it's already... You're taking decisions that waste time off the table. The routines, remember this, are small anchors that create smooth days. Organizing daily minutia is like cleaning a messy hard drive. Why waste bandwidth on meaningless decisions? Meaningless decisions when you could use that energy for growth or for relationships or creativity or finding your purpose. Routine is not restrictive. Routine is liberating. But the misconception, it's got a life of its own. Some people hear this message, this whole message, and think, you want me to schedule every second of my day. No, absolutely not. Good mental health actually requires room for stuff and nonsense. You need free play. You need free thought. You need free time. But how much of your free time, your free thought, your free play is stolen by that stupid little screen? Another digression. You need time to meander, just not on the road, and please not in the grocery store aisle. Routine is the framework that supports freedom to freelance. There you go. You create a routine, you give yourself more freedom, you give yourself more time. Routine creates space for spontaneity. Routine makes whimsy possible. Routine prevents ruts. So here's your challenge. Try this, everything we've been talking about. Try it for 1 month. Build small routines. Organize the background of your life. Or don't. No one's telling you what to do here, just offering information. If you don't, you can feel free to really just keep drowning in chaos and complaining about life. It's your call. But don't confuse routine with restriction. Routine is the bridge from chaos to capability. Routine turns drowning in the mire to swimming in the sunshine. All right. Thanks for spending a little bit of your precious and unrenewable time with me today on balanceFIT Radio. If this conversation resonated with you, please share it out with someone who might need it. And make sure you're subscribed. And I'll leave you with this thought. He is happy whom circumstances suit his temper, but he is more excellent who suits his temper to any circumstance. That's David Hume. Now, until next time, train intentionally, recover intelligently, and move with a sense of purpose. And remember, your life, your potential. Peace out, homies, and I'll see y'all next time.